So to start everything off, I will be first priming my face with some face primer, and I'm also using eyeshadow primer on my eyelids, and I am rubbing that in with a brush because I just didn't feel like using my fingers. Now I'm applying my foundation with a flat brush because it's easier, and I'm just kind of blending all of that in, and I'm using a concealer stick from e.l.f. and I'll be using the same brush to smooth everything out. I wanted to set everything with powder because my skin gets really oily and shiny in the summertime, and I'm doing a very poor attempt on contouring my face, which it really doesn't seem like a big difference, and you know, going through the motions of using bronzer too, but no point for me. You can add your blush and things later, but I decided to do that now, and I'm also going in with some highlighter. I got it off of Amazon for like $3. I don't even remember the name of the brand, but I like it. I'm just filling in my eyes. I used eyeliner to go around my brow bones, and I'm filling in my brows in with the brow wax. And for the eyeshadow, I am using a navy blue in the Foil Eyes 28 color palette from BH Cosmetics. This was kind of pointless, I don't know why I did it, but I used some concealer to kind of clear up my lower lids, and I'm going in with a red eyeshadow. Don't forget to blend everything together or else it'll look crazy, but I am going in with the color Pegasus from the Solar Flare palette, and I am lining my waterline with white liner. For the glitter, I used the NYX glitter glue, and I'm applying the red over the red and the blue over the blue, you know. You can brush the glitter off. I didn't really care too much about cleaning everything off just because, you know, I'm applying prosthetics anyways, and it didn't make that big of a difference. But I am using some star confetti that I found at the supermarket for like $2, and I'm applying that in between my brow bone. This, I was just kind of winging it and, you know, just painting my face sort of, and I decided to half paint the flag. It's really not accurate at all, but I'm using some white paint for the stars. I don't even think it's 50. I wouldn't fit 50 on my face anyways. And I am going in with some black liner to fill in the gaps, and over it with a liquid liner. I completely forgot to add mascara before I put the lashes on, which I probably should have, but I mean, I guess it doesn't make a difference. But I just applied it to my lower lids instead, and I couldn't figure out what color lipstick I wanted, so I just went with both. For the head piece, you will need a headband, hot glue gun, star cutouts, scissors, black tape or paint, cardboard, and a pencil. Stretch out the headband on a piece of cardboard and trace it all out. Once you've traced it out to be as thick as you want it, cut it out with the scissors and trim accordingly. You can either use black paint or black tape to cover the color of the cardboard. Once that's done, hot glue the stretched headband on the rim of the cardboard and press and hold it until it dries completely. I taped around the entire thing once more for comfort and security. After that's done, map out the placement of your stars and glue them all together. Fireworks eye prosthetic, I just used some liquid latex flour, a mixing cup, a fireworks centerpiece I got at the supermarket, a lid, and some scissors. My camera didn't record the process of making the latex base, but all I did was mix the flour with the liquid latex. I shaped it wide enough to fit my eye, and I allowed it to dry overnight on the plastic lid. At first I was going to cut off each star piece and attach it directly to the latex base, but I discovered a lazier, less patient way, which was just to use the tube that the streamers were attached to in the first place and cut it and hot glue it to the latex base. I never meant to put makeup on both eyes in the first place, but I just went with it. Make sure to protect your eye and avoid eye contact at all costs with any latex. I'm using a cotton pad as a barrier for my eye, and I'm gluing the borders down very carefully with a thin line of the latex. And I just realized that I forgot to put Vaseline over my eyebrows for easier removal of the latex, so RIP to my brows. Apply more liquid latex to the prosthetics before you attach it to your face and allow it to dry completely before you start painting and applying your makeup. It was a lot heavier than I expected, and it wasn't completely fitted to my eye, so I just cut a piece of cotton pad and filled the gap in between my nose and the prosthetics to give it more support. I used a homemade scar wax to blend in with my skin and the prosthetics, and I smoothed it out with water and pretty much shaped it how I wanted, but you can just use regular scar wax if you want. For the bloody insides, just use a mixture of reds, browns, and blacks to fill in the prosthetics and the border of, your face, I guess. Add a little bit of fake blood, your last bit of touches, and then you are done.